The world doesn't reward innocence. It exploits it. What feels like kindness is often calculation. What looks like trust is just a map of vulnerabilities. Every connection is a quiet negotiation, and the moment weakness is noticed, the game tilts. Exploitation is never random. It follows predictable paths. The sweet compliment isn't harmless, it's a probe. The request for a small favor isn't casual, it's a test. Weakness whispers in habits. The eagerness to please, the fear of saying no, the craving for belonging. Once revealed, these habits are used like keys. The way out begins with closing one lock at a time. Say no to one request, break one pattern, refuse once, and the map of weakness no longer matches the terrain. At work, the reliable one is praised, then buried under endless tasks. Dependability turns into chains. Escape doesn't come from working harder. It comes from refusing invisible labor. Draw lines, even if the room grows quiet. Those who never protest become permanent carriers of weight. Inside families, the sacrificial one is admired, then drained. Love turns into obligation. Freedom begins by redefining love as choice, not duty. The role of martyr is written by others. Erasing it requires rewriting what care means. Among friends, the listener becomes a storage unit for other people's pain. Secrets flow in, support rarely flows out. Release lies in reciprocity. Test the balance. Offer silence when silence is all that's given. A bond that collapses under equal weight was never friendship. Those who exploit aren't always cruel. They are opportunists. They learn quickly. The person who never refuses will never refuse. The one who forgives once will forgive again. The one who doubts their own worth is already willing to accept less. To break this cycle, stop proving worth. The moment approval is no longer currency, the exploiter has nothing to trade with. This isn't about becoming ruthless. It's about becoming unprofitable to those who measure relationships in terms of advantage. Those who use others rarely feel guilt. They reframe it as survival. The only way out is recognition, seeing their excuses as camouflage, not morality. Once unmasked, their power shrinks. The world does not punish exploitation. It rewards it. Promotions often land on those who delegate pain. Relationships last longest for those who demand the most. History records the takers, not the givers. The script can be rewritten. Every unpaid debt can be called. Every unacknowledged sacrifice can be withheld. To refuse quietly is to force the system to search for a new victim. The shift doesn't need drama, just absence. Just silence where there was once compliance. Exploitation thrives on predictability. The moment the pattern changes, the grip loosens. So Talesverser, here is the uncomfortable truth. Being used is not about weakness alone. The world notices patterns and feeds on them. Breaking free doesn't require louder strength. It requires inconsistency, refusal, disruption of the script. To remain the open hand is to be drained. To close it, even once, is to be noticed in a new way. Because in this game, silence can protect, but only if it is chosen, not imposed. The stage belongs not to those who serve forever, but to those who stop playing the role assigned. And the real escape begins the moment the exploited decide they will no longer be predictable prey. And that's a wrap, my dear friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, stay awesome.